Later this month, parents and schools across North Carolina, in fact, throughout the country, will join together to celebrate National School Choice Week. It's all about the growing movement to empower parents and kids with an array of choices for how and where kids actually receive their education in this country. North Carolina's school choice movement has grown dramatically over the last 2 decades or so. Dr. Terry Stoops has chronicled all of that progress, doing a lot of research on his own on the issue. He, of course, is the Vice President for Research, the Director of Education Studies here at the John Locke Foundation. Terry, welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
Give us a sense of nationally how school choice is faring.
School choice is faring very well. Students now have more choices than they ever have. The charter school movement continues to grow in most states. States that don't have charter schools are starting to get them. Most recently, West Virginia passed a law that would start allowing charter schools to be established in that state. Private school voucher programs continue to grow as well. We find that there is a tremendous amount of support for school choice when you look at the polling, especially among African American parents. I think that there's a real movement there, that there are groups of parents that are finding that the traditional public schools just aren't working for their children, and so they find that the options that are made available to them through voucher programs, increase opportunities for homeschooling and for charter schools are really attractive in being able to provide their child the education that best meets their needs.
You know, Terry, one of the curious things I think is that I think we all understand that every child is different. They have different challenges, different interests, different aptitudes, and so the mere concept of a one-size-fits-all classroom just seems to be obviously not the best thing for every child, even though a traditional public school classroom certainly works for a lot of kids and their parents, and they would choose that, and that's fine. But it always amazes me when you hear some people say, well, we shouldn't have more choices. But here in North Carolina, this movement has grown dramatically for a number of years now. Give us a sense of where we are.
Sure. Right now, around 20% of North Carolina school-age children attend a school of choice. This is homeschools, private schools, and charter schools. And that doesn't include the small number of students that attend magnet schools, which are district schools of choice, where students apply for specialized schools to be able to attend usually in an urban area, and these are mostly located in Charlotte-Mecklenburg and Wake County, Guilford County, Winston-Salem as well. And so we have a large and growing school choice movement here in North Carolina. We're one of the largest percentage-wise states with school choice students. If you look at as a percentage of our total school population, you have 20% in North Carolina, you have around 25% in Florida. That's probably the only state in the Southeast that is able to best North Carolina when it comes to the share of children that are in schools of choice. So it continues to grow in North Carolina, especially public charter schools. Basically, the population of North Carolina's charter schools have doubled over the last 5 or 6 years. Homeschooling continues to increase at an incredible rate. We now have around 142,000 homeschoolers in North Carolina. And our private school population exceeds 100,000 kids, and it's mostly staying level as to where it has in the past.
One of the people in North Carolina who has really done incredible work to help provide more options to parents is a gentleman named Bob Luddy. And in fact, Bob Luddy is going to be a speaker here at the John Locke Foundation on Monday, January 27th at noon. He is going to be our speaker as we participate in National School Choice Week. And if you can't make it here in Raleigh, actually at John Locke Foundation headquarters to be here in person, just go on to Facebook. We will be live with Bob Luddy's presentation at 12 noon. Terry, tell us a little bit about Bob Luddy's role in choice.
Sure. Bob Luddy was the founder of Franklin Academy Charter School in Wake Forest. It was one of the original North Carolina charter schools established after the law was passed in 1996. And so in the late 90s, Franklin Academy Charter School was founded. It's grown significantly. It has probably one of the largest wait lists of any charter school in the state. Around 1,600 kids attend Franklin Academy Charter School in Wake Forest. And that's how Bob got his feet wet. But he wasn't done. And he mostly now works in the private school sphere with his Thales Academy schools that are, as of 2018, enrolling 3,000 children. There are 8 schools established now in North Carolina. They're moving to other states. A school is going to be founded in Virginia. These are low-cost, high-quality private schools that are incredibly popular. You talk to parents that send their kids to Thales Academy for a third of what they would spend at another private school. And it's not just about the cost, though. The cost is just over $5,000 per year. It's about the quality, and the quality that Thales Academy is able to provide is really exceeds any other type of school that surrounds them. So he's establishing the Thales Academies, and they just continue to grow because the demand for low-cost, high-quality private schools continues to grow.
And again, we are delighted to be hosting Bob Luddy for his remarks and a presentation about school choice as we participate in National School Choice Week. That will be Monday, January 27th, 12 noon, here at the John Locke Foundation in Raleigh. If you'd like to come, just go to our website, johnlocke.org, and you can fill out your registration form right there. Only takes about 60 seconds or so to do that. But if you still want to be part of it and cannot join us in person, not a problem at all. We will be live on Facebook at 12 noon on Monday, January 27th. Terry, let's talk more about some of the types of school choice. You yourself helped to found a public charter school in North Carolina, and charter schools seem to be growing, and there are lots of them in the pipeline. In fact, you and I just recently were looking at a story out of the Asheville area about a group that wants to form a charter school there. Give us a sense of the types of schools that are being formed.
Well, the great thing about the charter school movement in North Carolina is that it's not one size fits all. And so you find that the charter schools that are being founded, some are elementary, some are high school, some target specific student populations, some are targeting just the general population in the area. They have different approaches to curricula, they have different instructional approaches, and that's really the rich types of choice that are available in North Carolina. We have 196 charter schools that enroll around 117,000 kids, and we're seeing the number of charter schools that we're adding every year, between 5 and 10 charter schools, looking at diverse ways of educating students, because it's not just about giving them an alternative or a choice, but it's giving them a meaningful choice where a parent can say, look at the curriculum, look at the types of ways that the child is going to be educated in a classroom, and determine whether that really is best for their kid. We have kids that come to our school that find that it's not right for them, and they leave and they go to a school that is right for them. That's really what choice is about. It's not just about creating alternatives. It's giving parents the information they need, the opportunities they need to be able to find something that best fits their kids. And we find that in most cases, parents are very satisfied with having that alternative that we provide for them, and with every charter school that provides for them, and that's why there's such a demand. In fact, tens of thousands of kids are on charter school wait lists right now, so the demand is there.
The demand definitely is there. North Carolina, the school choice movement growing for sure. Dr. Terry Stoops is the Vice President for Research, the Director of Education Studies here at the John Locke Foundation. He co-founded a public charter school himself, and he analyzes all of the research on education issues. You can read all of it at johnlocke.org and carolinajournal.com. Terry, thank you very much.
Thank you.